Well, the governor, first of all, was optimistic about his accomplishments in the past 2 years, but he also recognizes that we have more challenges to come. But he talked about his accomplishments in the past 2 years, which are record funding for education, where he has increased education funding by $750 million. Now, I sit on the Education Funding Commission. That's the starting point, and the governor recognizes that. We need to move on and hopefully in the future, identify more revenue to come in, but it's a great first step. The governor also talked about his improving ethical standards for state employees. Also, we passed legislation that enacted criminal justice reforms, specifically addressing mental health, which is really important not only to downstate and suburban, but to Chicago and Cook County. Every state's attorney, every sheriff will tell you that there's mental health issues that are not being addressed. The governor also talked about advancing transportation projects that we've been working on, such as the expansion of I-90 and the expansion of I-57, and talked about streamlining government services, which is important. So we're moving some of our departments that are still dealing with paper applications to online applications. What a novel concept. So, people using or needing to apply for licenses or whatever can do it easily and efficiently online and get an answer very quickly. But most importantly, the governor talked about the importance of forming a relationship with companies, because they're doing the heavy lifting with us in order to get us out of this budget crisis that we have. So because businesses will invest and create jobs, and they'll help with the heavy lifting with the budget. But he also talked about the challenges we have ahead, balancing our budget, doing more to bring companies here by creating a competitive environment. And there's one takeaway that I remember that the governor talked about is we cannot be a compassionate state until we're competitive. So, in other words, in order to move us past where we are, as we'll continue our budget negotiations, businesses need to be our partners in the challenges that we face.